All right, hello and welcome back to the CalcuSign tutorials. This is tutorial number 3. In this tutorial, we are going to show you guys how to do a direct burial 2-pole design. So something that we come across a lot, and we'll show you how to make one of those. So at this point, we know you'll start, once you're logged in, at this tool suite, and we'll click create a pylon sign. Overview information. Two-pole design will do. Project manager, and remember, all the information you put here comes through with your final project at the end and goes directly into our project management software so that we could make this as fast and seamless as possible, and hopefully not have a lot of back and forth or questions that need to be asked or answered or any of that. So we'll put all of that information in here. All right, and then any notes would go here. Again, you can upload files, brand books, artwork, stuff you guys have, soil reports, any information that would be helpful for us, or something that, if it is a brand book, that if you want us to incorporate the artwork with the final design, you could tell us that in the notes, and then put all that stuff in here. So we'll add our logo just as a upload, and then once you select your file and it's in here, you just got to make sure you hit upload or it will not be in there. You have to see it in the project files at the bottom if it is successfully uploaded. So once you get through that step, go back to the site detail here, site name, to our offices, and we put in the address. And again, make sure you hit the get wind data. This is going to pull the wind and snow data for the location that you put in, and this will be what all of our calculations that are running in the background are working off of. For this one, as I said, we'll do a 2-pole design this time. We can make it, 25 feet. If it's 2-pole, maybe it's a little wider than 10 feet this time. Maybe it's 15 feet. And height could be 8. And maybe, when we'll stop there. Depth, again, if you know the depth, this just adds calcs for the weight and based on the PSF you have. All right, so we have that in there. We go to supports. Like I said, we're gonna do direct burial, so it's already set up for direct burial. Here under the supports tab, this is where you would add a second support. So just like you add extra cabinets in the cabinet section, same thing. Add a support, it'll put it in the drawing. Now I mentioned this when I was going over the first overview, number 1, that the footing type here, you could either have single or footing per support. On a single pole, doesn't really matter, it's the same thing. On a 2-pole, as you see, it's on single footing right now, so it's one big footing for both poles. If it's too wide, you don't want to do that, the footings are too far apart, waste of concrete, whatever your reasons are, you can change it here when you're doing 2 poles to footing per support, which will then only show the footing on this one, but it's not connected, as you see, and that'll be individual footings when we design later. So we'll go with that one. Again, this is over 15 feet. We'll do one with aluminum in a later tutorial, but for now, this one will not allow aluminum because it's a 25-foot sign, and we'll go with steel. We're not going to add any match plates or splices for this one. We're just going to go standard direct burial, nice and easy. So then to the poles. Now the way the calculations are set up, it's calculating both poles. When you change a pole size, it'll change both of the poles. So this is going to be for both poles. There's no way to make one pole bigger than the other. We have yet to see that in the 15 years we've been doing this, so really no reason to have that in here. But just so you know, it'll change both poles. So this one call out is for both of the poles. We'll pick square tube for this one. Again, if you've been using this and watching our tutorials, you know that it's already calculating everything based on the criteria you put in, and it will only spit out a value minimum or higher. It won't give you anything that won't work. So you see there's nothing under an 8-inch here for this size sign. So for this, let's say we wanted to make it a little bit bigger, get a bigger pole. Let's do 10 by 10. and that's what we picked. So it changes it here. Go to the next step. Right now we have round footings. They're minimum diameter 154. So let's make those a little bit bigger. We'll do a 2 foot diameter, and that needs to be 8'6" deep. Oh, you know what? That's maybe, as we're doing this, we're thinking, that's a little deep. So maybe we go with a 3 foot, 7'6", 3 foot wide. Got space. That seems good. And this is the great thing with this. You guys can decide this without having to call us and change your footing to round footing or square footing, or really run through the designs without that back and forth, which will really free up a lot of time for everyone, and let you guys have a quicker estimate for your clients. So for this one, we like what we're looking at. We don't need a spread footing. Again, if we did, I'll touch on it this time. If you did need a spread footing, if you click spread footing, this will disappear. Just like if you need help with the base plates, it disappears. It'll let you get to the next step. And when we get this request, we will design that spread footing for you, since you needed one. If you don't need that, which on this one we agreed, 3 foot diameter is great. We got a good depth. So we get to the last part here. We don't have any additional notes, but if you had additional notes, you can put them here. And then for this one, let's say we wanted to download it first to show our client, and we weren't going to send it to get engineered yet, but we were happy with the design, so we would hit download PDF. It'll generate the PDF with the plot plan, all your notes. There's your simple design. Here, the way we set it up, so we didn't center any of this on the simple ones. It's got plenty of space for you to just incorporate your PDF of, your artwork, whatever you guys have. And again, for final stamping, you could attach that with all of the CalcuSign work and tell us in the notes, hey, we attached our brand book. We'd like you to use detail 1 on page 2 or whatever it would be. And we would incorporate that into this final output. But for this one, you just download it to show your clients. And then they liked it. And you came back in here and you said, great, let's send it to Murdoch Engineering. And again, you get confirm your submission. You don't need a calc packet. You didn't need hard copies. So you're just going to say, yep, $200, perfect, confirm, and submit. And now that's on its way to Murdoch Engineering to be reviewed, finalized, stamped, signed, and back to you guys within 3 days. So that's really the goal here. It's quick turnarounds, fast estimation, and just real seamless program for pretty much everyone in the sign world that needs to get any sort of engineering. So that will conclude end of tutorial number 3. Stay tuned for the next one, and we'll keep showing you all these quick tips and ways to make CalcuSign work for your company. Thank you.